Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. I'm Nick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. I like Stephen Amell because he's passionate, because he has his heart on his sleeve. I remember years ago on Facebook, a fan was having a go at him about Arrow, and he said, "You don't like it, don't watch it." I didn't like those sentiments, and I actually said to him at the time, "Be careful what you wish for, you might just get it." And they did in the end, as ratings went down and down. But I actually loved Arrow in the first two seasons, and Stephen's performances on that show were outstanding. It was like watching a TV version of the Dark Knight trilogy. Amazing. So Stephen Amell has called out Peacemaker, and I don't know why, on a podcast, but he also said something I don't agree with, which is fine, by the way. We can agree to disagree. He said when people think about DC, they don't think of the Snyder Cut, they think of Arrow. By the way, Stephen, I think of both. I love the Snyder Cut, and I love early Arrow and early Arrowverse. I liked early The Flash, early Arrow, Even the early season of Supergirl I quite enjoyed. And, Berlanti and Arrowverse and the CW did something, very, very special with that connected universe. They did something that the film division didn't succeed at the end of the day. The CW today has a bad reputation. When people call out a film, they say it's very CW. I understand that reputation, but actually the CW produced Smallville from season 6 and did a damn good job producing that show. The CW did a great job at producing early Arrowverse. Now, I think a lot of the decisions they made, narrative decisions, production decisions they made at the latter stages weren't good. I think we all remember the Batwoman situation, and I've spoken to Ruby Rose about what she went through as well. None of that was good. But at the end of the Legends of Tomorrow, the early season, with Arthur Darvill of Legends of Tomorrow, outstanding show. Once he left, the quality went down, of course. So Arrowverse has a lot to be proud of. And let me tell you something else. You see this insignia, right? I like this insignia because it covers my chest as a big Superman fan. Now think about this. James Gunn has his Superman in a Kingdom Come S logo. Now think about this. Brandon Routh in Crisis also wore a Kingdom Come S shield. It says something really good about the CW that Brandon Routh's Kingdom Come costume and insignia is better than the one in James Gunn's Superman film. Now, I don't know what type of film it's going to be, good, bad, or indifferent. But I think we can all honestly say, get my words out, that the Brandon Routh costume is better than the David Corenswet costume. And they've both got the same design, right? If you were marketing the Brandon Routh Kingdom Come S shield, I think that would be better marketing than the one they've done for James Gunn's Superman. I don't know if that's on James or his costume designer, whoever it's on. It's not good. The Superman costume we've seen on David Corenswet isn't good. Again, they may fix it in post or whatever, or maybe he's dying and that's why it's too baggy, blah. But we can only judge what we see. And we're in an era of entertainment, if we could critique anything, we're called toxic. When you make something, dinner for your family, a clay model, art, movies, music, gaming, you're there to be shot down. When you create something, I'm writing a film called Saving Judy Garland. If I sell it and it goes to cinemas, which is very unlikely, if someone says to me, or a bunch of people, everyone says to me, "Mick, it's crap, we don't like it," I'm going to say, right, this is why I made these narrative decisions. It's totally fine that you don't like them. I'm not going to say to you that, you're toxic because you don't like what I made. I made something, it's there to be shot down. That's the point. This is something this extremist, insane industry doesn't understand. They're in their glass chambers and they don't like being critiqued. But I do like Stephen Amell because he's a character. And these days, characters are few and far between in the industry. So even though I don't agree with the kind of what he said about the Snyder Cut and Arrow, thinking about Arrow rather than the Snyder Cut, I think about, when it comes to DC, stuff that I love. And I loved early Arrow, and I love the Snyder Cut, and I love what Snyder did. But he's passionate about what he did. He's proud of what he did. and I respect that element of his conversation.